Hey, today I'm going to show you how you can take the traditional Scottish folk song Auld Syne and arrange it on the spot, step by step, in a very structured and systematic way for solo fingerstyle guitar. I call this method the Fingerstyle for the World method, and I've created a series of 4 guides that you can download for free with all the materials that you need. And I'm going to show you how you can apply these guides, alright, in this video. Now, before we start, I'm just going to play you the song so that you're familiar with it. You may have heard it before. It's a pretty popular song. It goes like this. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and the days of Auld Lang Syne? For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for the sake of Auld Lang Syne. But obviously that wasn't a fingerstyle arrangement, that was just me singing over some basic chords. But with that, we've got the melody in our heads already, so we can start to arrange it. So I'm going to go to the first guide, which is our fingerstyle arrangement guide. Okay, and I'm going to just zoom to step number 1, determining our song foundations. Now, first thing is the key, and then later is the meter. Well, you can arrange it in any key that you want, but in this case, I've chosen to arrange it in the key of E major, and meter is just in 4/4, basic and simple. Alright, step 1 is done. Now let's go to step number 2, alright, selecting fretboard position. Now, this fretboard position, you've got either the open position or the closed position. Now, open position means we're basically going to use open chords. Closed position means we're going to be higher up the neck, right? We're going to have more fretted strings, less open ringing strings. Now, today I've chosen the open position, and this gives us a more full resonant texture. It's kind of simpler to arrange. We've got more low end range, but the cons is that we get a little bit less control over the articulation of individual notes, especially for the open strings, because once an open string is ringing, you can't really do much to it apart from mute it. Okay, so that's some things that you compromise by doing an open position, but it's a great place to start, and it sounds really, really good as well. So step 2 is done. We're in the open position for this arrangement. Now let's go to step number 3. Now we're going to select our scale position. Now we're in the key of E major, so we're just going to select the E major scale, alright? Let's go to our scale melody guide. Now this scale melody guide, we've got all the scale positions here. We're in open position, so we're just going to go for the open scale position. We're going to go for this one, alright? E major scale. And it goes like this. That's our E major scale. We're going to use this scale position. Alright, so that's done. So you can, let's go back to our fingerstyle arrangement guide. So we've selected our scale position already, E major. Okay, now the next step, we're going to process the melody with solfege. Now, in order to do that, we're going to go to the solfege musicianship guide, alright? So the solfege musicianship guide will just give us all the solfege syllables that we need to analyze the scale degrees as well as the melody. So since we are in major, we're just going to take the major scale. Now we've got all the solfege syllables here, so we're going to play this E major scale and sing it in solfege again so that we're familiarizing ourselves. So it's like this. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, re, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, so, la, ti, do. Alright, as high and as low as you're able to do it. Now what this means is that we have attached a syllable, a musical syllable, to every scale degree in the scale. Now, we're still trying to process the melody in solfege. Now what this means is that melody, Auld Lang Syne, we can actually hear it in solfege and sing it back in solfege. Now, how does this sound like? Well, here we go. Instead of saying, should old acquaintance be forgot, we're going to do it in solfege. So, do, ti, do, mi, re, mi, re, do, mi, so, la, so, mi, do, re, mi, re, do, la, so, do, la, so, mi, do, re, la, so, mi, so, la, La, sol, mi, do, re, mi, re, do, la, so, do. Now that we've got what the melody is in solfege, we can immediately map on the solfege syllables to our scale position that we already played just now, right? E major scale. Now we know it starts with so, do, ti, do. So I'll just play so, do, ti, do, like this. Now, the entire melody in solfege will be like this. So, do, ti, do, mi, re, do, mi, so, la, so, mi, do, re, mi, re, do, la, so, do. La, so, mi, do, re, la, so, mi, so, la, so, mi, do, re, mi, re, do, la, so, do. Alright, so if you've practiced solfege enough, then you were able to immediately do that for whatever song you hear. Of course, the more difficult a song it is, it will be harder. But a simple folk song like this, you should be able to do if you've practiced your solfege for a while. So now that we've processed the solfege, the melody in solfege, that's our step number 4, we're going to go to step number 5, where we're going to select the chord positions to play our song. Because we figured out the melody, how to play the melody already. Next, we need to figure out where the chords are. So previously, I was playing the chords to sing along, but I wasn't really thinking about it in terms of a fingerstyle arrangement. I was just playing the chords to sing along. But now that we know that our melody is all living up here in the open position, we are going to select chords that are around where our melody is. Alright, so in order to do that, we're going to go to our chord harmony guide. Alright, so we have the chord harmony guide. So we're going to go to just the open triad chord shapes because we're in open position. So if you've got any of these C, A, G, E, D chords, right, no problem, just play the open position. But you can see in our song, we've got some chords that are not the C, A, G, E, D open chords. For example, B major, C sharp minor. So in order to play those, we need to go to the movable triad chord shapes. All right. So movable chord shapes means that we have these basic chord shapes, the C, A, G, E, D, but we're just basically moving them up and down the neck. So I'll give you an example. For B major, we're going to use basically the A shape over here. All right, this A shape is a really ugly rectangle. And this is the A shape. All right, but instead of playing, and obviously this is not a B major chord, this is an A major chord. But what we're going to do, we're going to free up our index finger, put a bar here on fret 0 and move it up 2 frets. So first fret is A sharp and second fret will be B. So now this is how we play our B. All right, so we are able to achieve this chord here using the A shape. Now for C sharp minor, because how I normally play if I'm just singing along is up here, but this is too high up the neck for my open position arrangement. So instead, I'm going to use the C minor shape, all right, and play it like this. So this is also a C sharp minor chord, but I'm not using the A minor shape, I'm using the C minor shape, right? This is C minor, but I'm moving it up 1 fret. We've got this shape. So now I've got my harmonies selected for Auld lang syne already. So this is how I would play the chords, right? Should all acquaintance be forgot and be and never brought to mind. So these are all simple. Should all acquaintance be forgot and the days of Auld lang syne. Now chorus. For or E lang be. For now C sharp minor. Auld lang syne. Alright, this position is a little bit hard to play, and I wouldn't normally play this if I'm just singing along with the song, but for our fingerstyle arrangement, this is going to be really, really important because it allows us to grab this chord while maintaining our fretboard position in the open position, which is where we want our arrangement to be. Alright, so now that we've chosen our chords, let's go back. Keep pressing the wrong buttons. Alright, let's go back to our fingerstyle arrangement guide. So we've already selected our chord positions. Now we get to the fun part. We're going to combine the melody and the harmony together. Now this is really, really simple. All you need to do is just when you see whatever chord that you're supposed to play, E major, hold as much of it as possible and play the melody over it. Sometimes you might need to release a finger or two to grab the melody, and that's fine. If you release the finger and it's that note is not going to be part of the chord, just don't play that note. Alright, so this is how it will go. So, do. You see, I can play the do and the bass note. I can even play the full chord. Alright, try not to play notes higher than the melody. You don't want to dilute the melody by playing notes above it, right? You want the melody to be really clear and distinct. So this is how I would combine the melody and harmony for odd length sine. Remember, prioritize the bass note. If you can't play anything else, the bass note is the most important. Like this. So, B. Right, you notice for B chord, I'm only playing the bass and the melody, and that's fine, right? It's not super full, super rich, but that's okay. We're not going to stay on this chord for very, very long. So again, E to the A chord. A. Alright, here. Now, what was I doing up there? Well, I had to, this is the only way I could play this note. La la, so la la. So, because I'm moving up here, I want to get the bass note of the B chord, but I can't play the B note on the same string as I'm playing the melody, so I just grab the next nearest B over here. Alright? And there we have it. So sometimes you have to make a little bit of concessions like that. But anyway, that's more of an exception because the melody is really, really low here on the guitar. Now let's get to the chorus. Right, C sharp minor chord here. Alright, so that's basically the arrangement. You can't deny that is odd length sine, right? It's got the melody, it's got the harmony, it's got the rhythm, it's in the right key that we've chosen. That's odd length sine. But does it sound really, really special or unique? Not really. So that leads us to our last step, which is step number 7, making it uniquely yours. Now here is where you start to add in your musical creativity. You've gone through the process of arranging it. Now it's time to make it a little bit more special. You can add in whatever you want. You can add in percussive techniques, you can add in more articulations, you can add in some improvisation. I'm just going to do something a little bit more simple here. I'm just going to articulate the melody a little bit more by adding some vibrato, some slides, right? Make the melody really stand out and sing. And as well, I'm going to add in some rhythmic tapping, maybe on the strings, right? Or maybe on the guitar. Well, let's see what comes up, all right? I'm going to try to level up this arrangement with some improvisation and some techniques. Let's try. There we have it. That is a simple arrangement of odd length sine. Now I hope you enjoyed learning how you can arrange this song. I have a full course that you can go check out. It's the Fingerstyle for the World course if you want to delve deeper into this topic of arranging fingerstyle guitar songs. Now, I hope you enjoyed that and take good care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.